Ladies and gentlemen, we have yet another crypto scam that I want to talk to you guys about today. We're here in the $10 million studio because I know you want the Lambo. You want the lifestyle. But, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be careful out there because there are wolves out in the crypto dark woods, okay? You got to be careful. Now, let's go to the board. I want to show you what happened today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the $10 million studio. I'm your host as usual, and we're talking about a very sad story, okay? These guys came out with a $32 million rug pull. It's this DeFi 100 token, okay? But the worst part is well, maybe it's not the worst part. I mean, they just were honest. I'm gonna be straight up with you. A lot of scams, they're not honest. This one was. They linked after they ran away with everyone's funds. People put a ton of money into this new token called DeFi 100, as you can see right here. They left a note to everybody on their now defunct web page. The web host shut it down, so you have to go to an archive to see this. They said, "We scammed you guys, and you can't do about it. Haha, all you moon boys have been scammed, and you can't do about it. Devson." Now, I'm just going to be completely transparent with you guys. I spent yesterday hunting this person down to no avail. I mean, there are a lot of kind of dead leads all around. Even a guy got doxxed by somebody thinking that it was this guy. It wasn't. It was just someone who had forked the GitHub repo. It's a long story. But the point is that we have no idea who did this. It's a sad story in crypto when you have these projects get propped up by anonymous developers and people invest in them and they end up getting absolutely screwed. Look at this. What are you going to do? I mean, in some ways, I hate to say it, but he's right. I mean, what are you going to do? We have no idea who this was. It was an anonymous developer from the start. And yet people ran to this scheme. And the frustrating thing for me is I try to educate people about scams. Look, the red flags were there, right? You never invest in something where the developers aren't known. Even when the developers are known, by the way, you still can lose your money. So that doesn't even help you. But especially when the developers are unknown, that's a really big red flag that this project's probably gonna fail. Again, the project can still fail even if the developers are well known. But I just feel like there's so much hype in the crypto community. I mean, obviously right now we're in a huge dip, but there's so much, FOMO of you just want to jump in. What's the next big coin? What's the next big thing? And these unscrupulous marketers can get away with murder because honestly, they can just jump in, promise you the world, and people fall for it. Now, when we go to their coin Gecko, which is basically just tracking the coin, as you can see here in the chart, initially it was started really high, it almost immediately fell apart. Now, this is a lot of people don't know is that this project had been basically defunct for months and nobody had really been trading it, but the developer just hadn't told everyone that it was a scam yet. Now, the crazy thing is that you can even see there was a little bit of interest here. Now, at this point, it's a total scam. But nobody had been told yet, and so finally people were told, and eventually it's going to drop to zero because the developer ran away with everyone's money. But this is like a perfect chart of human greed. People jump in because they think they're at the next big thing. Nobody's developing it, right? So the interest dies, but even you just see this is just a bunch of FOMO, people throwing money at this project after it's already collapsed. I mean, it's unbelievable to me. It's like the project might as well have declared bankruptcy and people are still throwing money at it. It just makes no sense. And I feel like a lot of it's because so many investors are getting involved in crypto who haven't really gotten burned yet. And so they're running into these projects thinking that they're safe, or at least they're thinking that they have a really good chance of doing well. And obviously they get wrecked. This is yet another reason people say, I mean, I know it's a trope, but it's serious that like you never want to invest money you can't lose into these projects. Because it happens that people really do lose it. I mean, that's not just like a saying. I mean, especially in crypto, you can lose all your money, especially on these decentralized exchanges, right? People oftentimes will create tokens that they'll say, you need to trade in your ETH for my token. Now, what people don't realize is that their ETH is valuable. Usually the token they're exchanging it for is not. They'll promise you huge yields. They'll promise you huge returns that you got to be first in. But oftentimes what they're after is the Ethereum that you're going to trade for their token, and then they run away with it. It's really sad to watch people get away with this stuff over and over and over and over again. Listen, people know, people who aren't new to the crypto community know that this has been happening for some time. Actually, I believe this project was BCS, Binance Smart Chain, but very similar. They want BNB instead of Ethereum. But the point is, guys, we've been here before. I mean, an old crypto scam named Prodium.io, they disappeared and they left. Instead of saying we scammed you, they just left a single word on their website, penis. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. In all its glory, here's another exit scam. It just shocks me how much money these people end up making from this stuff. And it makes me really sad because, again, you can't find them. You're not going to get justice. A lot of the cryptocurrency community, there's no oversight. There's no regulation, right? The SEC is not going to get them. When Elon Musk tweets and manipulates the market, the SEC is not going to get them. So you really got to be careful. And I say that personally, I like to lose my money the old-fashioned way, which is in the cryptocurrency market, the normal market, Bitcoin, where I can lose 30% in 1 week. That's what I like to do. Don't lose 100%. Like, crypto's already volatile enough is what I try to tell people. It's like, if you want risk, crypto's the place for risk. You don't need to go into altcoins to have, you're really playing with fire. People get involved in leverage. People get involved in all these crazy things they don't really understand. They get in projects they don't understand. They join developer teams, or they join a coin with developers who they don't know, and they really get in deep water fast. Trust me, crypto is volatile enough, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need all these weird altcoins created yesterday to make it even more risky. That being said, you guys can do whatever you want. If you want to go to these sketchy exchanges and get these sketchy coins, you know what? There's risk, there's a reward, but be warned, among like honest risk of just whether the coin succeeds or not, there are scammers just want to take advantage of you. That's the fact. And if you're not prepared to see a message like this on the website of your favorite altcoin, maybe think twice. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to cover this real quick. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I know what you mean. This ain't what it seemed. Nothing but a trick, trying to sell me on a dream, but that was where you lost me. Wake up and smell the coffee.